Hello, guys. I'm just waiting a second. I don't want to go back to Baloth. Huntmaster is definitely good. I don't want more Angers. Or maybe an extra Verdict main deck. Crumble's still bad. I think I'm a little heavy on white right now. I can probably trim a white source for a Misty. I don't have Misty though, so I'm just gonna go into a league. This is fine. I'm just definitely leading on Cinderblade here. My opponent 100% knows I'm on Scape Shift right now, but maybe not on Blue Shift. Mildly tempting to fetch blue-white now. Yeah, I'm gonna fetch blue-white. Fetch John Hollowed Fountain. Because that just lets me cast Fairy next turn. If I shock Stomping Grounds, I'm still going to have to shock in the Misty unless I get a basic island. This next turn I gotta find out what they're playing. I think it's gonna be Grixis, maybe? Or Mardu? Oh man. I don't know what they're doing, but that's not good for them. So they mulled to 6. Interesting. So here I can either play a tapped land, drop Steve and a Bolt, or I can just drop to Fairy and start plussing. I think it's to Fairy here. See what happens. Grixis? Yep. Hence the blind shock on Blood Crypt. Okay. Nope, I can't. Wasn't sure what they were, so I don't dislike what I don't dislike not shocking there. Still got them to use the counterspell, so it's not like it was bad. Maybe not perfect, but not bad. Grixis Shadow, though. That is a 4-4. And another 4-4. Chances of them having another Stubborn up is really high if it's not a Spell Pierce, but it doesn't make a difference right now. So 5th land, Steve maybe get to use a Bolt, I think is all I get to do here. I could shock and hold up Cryptic, but I'm not confident that's my best line. Because I'm still not threatening lethal this coming turn if I do that. This turn, it shows I have a Bolt and ways to kill them. I mean, yeah, they take Bolt. I could have bolted a Shadow. That's no opportunity cost, and it just makes them play awkwardly. Because otherwise I might trade a Steve with it, but... But I want that land, so... I'm actually going to grab white in case it drops Supreme Verdict. They have a stop and damn. Okay. And I drew the mountain. Wait. No, it's such a low life total. I'm so used to going 5 mountains, can't landscape shift here. I suppose I don't technically have to bring Delight here, but I don't think it gets better if I let them draw. Red, green, blue, white. This just plays around Spell Pierce. That's the only thing I'm playing around. Not technically dead. Don't concede. I mean, I'm probably dead, but... Yep, I'm dead. Force and Veto. I like a Bailoff here. A Master is actually tempting. Codal definitely seems like it's great here. Not excited about Eternal Witness. Hunting Wilds is a lot of mana. Cryptic's really slow. Oh, Remand's the cut. They're playing a low to the ground deck. I cut Remand's here. Like probably the whole. I'm gonna go for the whole set. It's not like it's awful. I'm gonna leave one in just because I don't. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not used to playing with bolts. See, normally I'm playing 3 paths there, and that's way better. Like, if that had been a path instead of a bolt there, I think I'm winning that game. Because then they have to stubborn that if... Oh, or they lose... Yeah, or they lose a Death Shadow. I'm gonna go with this. I don't think it's great, but whatever. Mediocre. So this is gonna fetch a breeding pool. I'll lead off on Valkut. If I get got by land destruction, it happens. Okay, took my 2-drop. They're playing gut shot. They gut shotted themselves. They gut shotted themselves. Oh, that's so laughable. Okay. So they have Stubborn Denial. As weird as it is to say, I don't think this matchup is totally impossible. It's far from good, especially now that they're going, you know, they're even trying to like combo you out. It's passable. It's way less popular than it used to be. Let's take a look at some recent lists. Yeah, it's waiting for that guy. Yep, you got it. Here's another Ring Delight, except I'm probably dead next turn. Or close to. So he takes Scape Shift and sees that I have Bring to Light, and he goes, okay, cool, I can counter that. Yep, okay. 7/7. Yeah, so they know what I'm doing here, and if they don't have the counter spell, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they'll miss their combat step. I'm so dead. Oh, hey, look, I died. Okay. Quick 0-2. Another match. Yep. Some people are playing Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's interesting. Yep, two-teamer Battle Rage is still normal. Oh, no. Yep. Looks like everybody's on 3 Stubborn Denial. 3, no, okay. 4, everybody's on 4 stubs. And that's it for counter spells. Nothing else in the deck is a counter spell. So yeah, he just had them. Sounds about right against discard decks. Discard gets there if you're gonna kill me really, really fast, but you need a counterspell to keep you from just dying. Keep. Lead on Steam vents here. Thanks for watching the stream, guys. Glad somebody's watching. I kept 7. Let's see if this works out for them. Okay. So, probably Thoughtseize or Verdict here. I don't think he takes Scape Shift. Potentially you take Bring to Light. That's not a bad option, but I don't think Scape Shift is the right choice unless you have another Thoughtseize. Yeah, did we play against this guy before? Because what black-white decks are playing like this? Okay, they took Remand, yep. Silent Clearing. I suppose it can be Mardu Death Shadow. But I don't even know if they play the Painlands. Because that seems a bit sketchy. Looks like Mardu Death Shadow. Okay, yeah, Mardu Death Shadow's on a place of Silent Clearing. Definitely Mardu Death Shadow. This turn they have a few options. Looks like Tidehollow Schooler, maybe? Yeah, it's Tidehollow Schooler. Sure. So they get to see Bolt and go, interesting. So I can't exactly bolt that in response to the ETB because then they just get a free card permanently. So they're gonna know I have a Supreme Verdict in hand, and Bolt's gonna disappear. The fact that it's not that it's a completely different effect than Kitesail Freebooter is really annoying. Yep. I know I don't have the extra white source even, so they're fairly safe. Except I drew a Codal that doesn't do anything at all. Not impressed. I can flash in a Codal to block their Tidehollow Scholar and have it do nothing. Gain 2 life, not impressed. They might be black-white. Might just be black-white. Because playing a basic plains there is weird. I think Mardu only runs 2 basics. Their life total's rather high, all things considered. Yep, 2 basics. So I'm gonna let them take Supreme Verdict here, because they have to, and I'll drop in the Iceman Codal. Yep. I know I have Codal, so I don't even... There's no need to sit with it in hand. Yep, 100% Death Shadow, okay. They just have no red. Heck, it might as well be black-white Death Shadow. The only thing they run that's red is 2-Teamer Battle Rage, which they might not even be running at this point. Let's just go for it. Yeah, so I don't think I can win this game. That's just really brutal. Like, okay, so if they hit that, I suppose I still have Bring to Light, but I can't. What do I even get? It doesn't cast for free, so I can get a Lightning Bolt. Yeah, that's gonna cut it. Yeah, right. I can drop Plains and start working towards Death Touch on Codal. Like, I don't know if anybody's watching here actually plays Bring to Light, but this is what Codal has felt like to me. It's felt like a flash occasionally flying. Okay, so now they shut off Bring to Light. Okay. Yeah, Codal's felt like a flash flying Elvish Visionary, not a flash flying, not a flash Baleful Strix. Yeah, I'm dead next turn. Very dead next turn. So this turn they upkeep Sack Ranger here. I think that's the right upkeep. Yep. So I'm looking to, and I drew another Bring to Light even. So I'm probably dead. Push Codal, swing in for game, because they have 10 power represented on board. Them getting a few more shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. Oh yeah, right, because they can Hex Parasite me. Okay. Push it. Path it. Is it going to be a path or a push? Alright. Anger definitely comes in. Fry is honestly tempting, but I don't think that actually does much. It hits more spot removal for Tide Hollow Schooler, which I think is great, but I don't really think that's the right way to go. Remand is actually good against them because they're running so many actual 3-drops. Fairy seems weak, especially since they're running Hex Parasite as a tutor target. And, like, what am I gonna... Like, depending on what I'm bouncing, it's just not very useful. Witness seems okay. Hunting Wilds can be real critical sometimes, but not feeling super high on that. Bolts are still good. I need bolts. I'm gonna cut a Witness and a Remand. It could be a Hunting Wild over either of those, but I'm gonna run that. Turn. See, this... Yeah, the fact that Nakodal makes me want to fetch Basic Island. The fact that it makes me want to fetch basics with my shocks. Oh, I hate that. Like, sorry, not Basic Island, Basic Forest. Because right here, I would want to fetch green-white. And, I mean, I'm still going to be able to get white off of a search or something, but that's really annoying to me. I'm doing it, though. Basic Forest. Turn 1, discard. Inquisition or Thoughtseize? Probably Thoughtseize. I'm going for Thoughtseize, yep. You want my Huntmaster? Or do you want anything else? I took a ramp spell. I think that's wrong. I don't think there's ever a reason to take a ramp spell. If you're taking ramp spells, it's like turning my lands into spells, and I run so many lands. Yeah, that was a mistake. But doesn't hurt too much, because I should be looking into trying to make sure I'm playing my turn 3 Huntmaster, just so it starts accruing value as quick as possible. If Kodal hits me a land, then I'm fine. Not perfect, though. Land. Do I Kodal here and hope to hit a land? I think so. I have basic planes coming in. Okay. So I have Huntmaster next turn. They take a Huntmaster. Grab basic planes. They have another Thoughtseize? Okay. Just Death Shadow. I have a Death's Touch. Ice Fang Kodal. So that has to get dealt with first on their end. This is the first time an Ice Fang Kodal has actually been useful in 15 matches. This is my 15th match. And figures, more Valakits, okay. This is why you never want to counter ramp spells. Unless we miss our second land drop, you should not be countering our ramp spells. Leonut? What do you think's so harsh? Just don't counter ramp spells? Or rather, thought seize them in this case? Look, if you'd use that thought seize to hit my first Huntmaster, I would not have had a Huntmaster this turn. I would have another ramp spell and my hand would be dead. Actually, wait. No, Codal isn't even online because it takes 3. Let's see if he notices. It's 2. It's 3 other. So I still need another basic. Doesn't matter. He missed it. Okay. Or at least he doesn't feel like potentially trading if he doesn't have any removal. 0 spells, Huntmaster flips. That's actually really awkward for me. Up to 1 target creature. 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Up to 2. 2 damage to up to 1 creature. So, yeah, so it can trade with Death Shadow here. I drew more lands. Okay. So I'm swinging with Ravager here. Yeah, but it would just eat a wolf token. Curious if they wanted that to flip. Bolt Self, eat it. That'd be interesting. Cycle on Earth. Oh, they're looking for Wraith. Okay, so they're dead to a top deck Bolt. That is what they just told me. I have 3 cards in my deck that say you are dead. They also have a 10/10 Death Shadow, so Team Battle Rage, I'm dead. They've got 2 of them, so there's a good chance I'm dead, but I'm okay with that. There's a good chance they're dead. They got me. Escape Shift on top, wouldn't have done it. Neither would Anger. Or any of... yeah. Would have gotten there off of those, but that wasn't going to do it. Okay. I should probably update, you know, my league match rate. I'm not kidding. Codal has been awful. I've not liked Codal at all. Everybody's singing its praises. I don't think Codal is good. I keep playing it. I keep playing it. I keep playing it, and it keeps being bad. I just really don't like Codal. I just do not think it is good. I fetched my basic. I fetched a basic with the only fetch I had. I fetched my basic. Like, yeah, the line he took when he took my Search for Tomorrow did keep me off of having a 3rd basic, but that didn't even matter. It didn't matter. And I'm on the draw with Romance. Great. Maybe there are some mistakes in my past streams. And I'm playing against Grixis Death Shadow again. Okay. Yeah. There definitely might be something in my previous streams. And this time I consciously thought about it. But generally, my thoughts when I'm looking at cleaning up my mana base, I'm looking at what spells can't I cast right now that are still in my deck. Not a, am I going to turn on Ice Fang Codal by making sure I have 3 basics. Like, generally my priorities are playing around Blood Moon if that's an option, and which conveniently does play into Codal, followed by casting my spells, and then you end up with looking for basics. Grixis Death Shadow is awful. It's one of our worst matchups. It's a tempo deck. You're going to spend your time hoping you're going to do something relevant that's going to force them to tap out or use their counter spells, and then they're going to force negation you. Whoa. Is this Sultai? That doesn't seem right. They're playing 4-colored bad stuff. 4-color bad stuff, got it. With Stoneforge Mystic on the play, so we can't remand it. Hopefully there's a Lightning Bolt sitting on top of my library after I fetch here. Yep, we got Batterskull on the play, playing blue and black, so they have discard and counter spells. I'm not winning this match. I'm 0-3. It definitely looks like blue-white here. Call me a pessimist, but I don't think I can win this match. I ripped the bolt off the top. Okay. I'll take this. Yeah, Sultai Reclamation would be interesting. They're the slowest of control decks you've ever seen. I wonder if they actually have a place in the metagame post-bans. They're playing Codal. Okay. This is 4-color bad stuff. You try getting enough basics in play for Codal to be online. They're probably playing Astrolabe because they're playing at least 4 colors. But you still need a Snowman to do that. Cool, so you took my Remand, and I'm sitting on a Hunting Wild. Four-color bad stuff, okay. It's almost tempting to shock this in, just so I can do that, just so I can get them with this. But I know that's an awful idea. So, I won't. But it's tempting. I just ignore Codal. They're at 12 life. This is why you don't play 4-color. We play 4-color and hate it. Hey Ethan, thanks for the follow. And they're playing bad swords, okay. This is all over. Oh man, so now I can hold up Codal and Bolt in response to a quip. So we know they have Batterskull in hand, but I'm not sure they have a 4th land drop. Yeah, this is their turn 5. They missed a land drop. Okay, so this is... No. I think we go Codal first, right? It doesn't make a difference. What am I doing? Escape shift off top. Or not. Okay. They still whiff. Yeah, WoW Classic is super slow right now. I didn't buy it, but I've heard a lot of people complaining about it. Alright. Yeah, the O2 is up today. Lost to Mardu, Death Shadow, Mardu, and Grixis, Death Shadow. Oh, I should have grabbed Forest there. Turn on Codal. Doesn't matter, I can fetch a basic off of Misty. I'm attacking this turn, so yeah, it definitely doesn't matter. One step closer to their batter school. Interesting. That's a good draw. That's a really good draw. So nothing I was actually hoping to draw, but those are good cards. Bounces the batter skull he's got in hand. I'd rather represent path. Does he have a counterspell? Nope. Like, I suppose I don't even bounce Batterskull, I bounce the Germ, right? Okay, that's fair. I put 5 on bottom. I'm not going to search. Yeah, I could have bounced my own Codal, but I was not expecting Teferi to die, so I was just going to sit there and do it the next turn, if any. They're playing Assassin's Trophy. I don't think the land count's gonna matter, though. I'm just gonna play that out. As long as I don't get Surgical in a post-graveyard world. Cryptic off top. Guess what I just called? And into the Bring to Light. That's the real Rubbins. Doesn't get my land off of the Assassin's Trophy into perfect top decks. Okay. White, blue, red, green. That's 5. Oddly interesting in trying to fair game here. I think fries are going to be more useful though. Fry forces. Fairy seems fine. Witness, they're playing discard. They're playing kind of big, but they kept playing low cost cards. Like the only reasonable remand target they played that game was Stoneforge Mystic if I'm on the play. Excuse me. Stoneforge Mystic on the play. They did play Sword. They're playing slow. I'm gonna cut Hunting Wilds. I don't know if they're playing Planeswalkers, but if you're playing 4-color Jank, I'm pretty sure you're playing Planeswalkers. I don't think Koodle is very good against Stoneforge Mystic. I'm gonna cut Koodles. Oh wow, I'm 5 minutes, four and a bit minutes down on clock. I'm on the draw, so this is new levels of the sketchy keep. I think I'd keep this if we were still on the previous mulligan rule, but this is tempting. If they go turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic, I cry. I'm gonna keep this just for experimentation. This is the sort of hand I want to be good. Lots of... Okay, I even have a removal spell now if they drop a Stoneforge on turn 2. No Stoneforge. Kotal. Main phase Kotal. They don't want that getting remanded. Alright, let's see if I'm ever gonna get a casting green spell this game. So far, it's not looking promising. They can take something. I don't even know what you take. Like, you probably just take Fry or Force. Like, Remand's a reasonable option just because it lets me dig towards mana. Yeah, I kept a 7 with all of the mono red sources in my deck. I don't run the second basic mountain. Alright, they took the remand. So they're gonna have to play through another one. I could fry that. I think that's a terrible idea, but I could. And that is a lot of remand, okay. Maybe they think I'm playing Blue Moon this game. Blue Moon with my Valakits. Yeah, so they look like non-red stuff. I'll snap off a Remand on Bitter Blossom. And they fluster it. Okay. You can use your counter spell. I permit you to use your counter spell on a Remand on something that's not going to matter. Not seen Flusterstorm in Modern. I don't think it's good. But if you've been listening, I also don't think many things are good. Oof. 17. Green source. What did I say, people? This gets a blue. And my whole deck's online. Except for Escape Shift. And, you know, Cryptic Command and details. I probably should have cut Ojutai's command because I just trimmed the I just cut Codal, so yeah, that probably would have been smart. But yeah, more of my deck starts functioning once I have green mana. So when I have Force Remand, they're just not even going to bother casting anything. The real question to me is if I should have just forced the Bitter Blossom. True, I do need green or white. But I can also 3-color. I've done a 3-color Bring to Light more than once. Don't test me. At some point, I would be questioning remanding my own Lightning Bolt here just because I want to draw a card. I think it's about one more turn before I start doing that, though. That's a lot of land. I have seriously considered playing Stoneforge Mystic. I have not exactly gone through with it, but I've actually considered it. Okay. So next turn I have 7 Landscape Shift. Some Landscape Shift, yeah. If I hit a land drop off the top, it's... If it's blue, I can force plus Bring to Light. Otherwise, I'm just going to be Bring to Light with Remand. I'm gonna Bolt here just to see what they do. I imagine, yeah, they just let it die. But... That's a lot of Remands this game. Yeah, so they're at 13. I can definitely... I have to sack it. I have to sack a Valakut if I'm going to Escape Shift them. Okay. Red, green. Oh, that needs to be white. White, green, blue. Okay, that got there. No, once I float. No, I didn't bother floating mana because I'm not going to cast anything post combat. Like, sorry, post. I'm at 7 life. They aren't playing Bolt. It doesn't make a difference. They can't Bolt me in response to triggers. There's no reason to hold up Remand. The Scape Shift sacks as it resolves. Yeah, they play blue. Scape Shift sacks as it resolves. If I start sacking lands, then it doesn't make a difference. The play I took, in case they have some, by not floating, it, yeah, I think that was the correct play. Not floating lets me do more things. In case they have, if they do counter the Scape Shift, then if they do have a counterspell for the Scape Shift, I remand it to my hand, and I still had the 2 mana. I still had 2 untapped lands. If they don't have a counter for the Scape Shift, that's the only reason that I have to float mana. If they're going to do something in response, and I wasn't going to die. I suppose I wasn't going to die to Assassin's Trophy. No, I would have. I would have died to Assassin's Trophy, but Remand still wouldn't have stopped that. That might have been a mistake. I don't think it was. Assassin's Trophy would have knocked me off the 6 mountains I need, and we do know they're playing it. And since they know I'm playing Valakut, they're probably keeping those in. So playing around that is a consideration, but Remand isn't going to stop there. You just, yeah. I don't know what my other than that, I don't know what my opponent would have done post resolving a Scape Shift. And even then, I would have just, I couldn't have forced it, but I think that was the correct play. What is this? Another Death Shadow person, or what the heck? Turn 1 opt, I guess, off of somebody's deck. So yeah, they had a blind turn 1 shock in case they wanted to bolt one of my creatures on turn 1. That's really weird. Unless they're playing Death Shadow. This is Splinter Twin. Alright. Real question is if I want to sack this for deck thinning, or if I'm going to hold it open so I'm more likely to draw a blue source. Because I'm definitely getting a blue source off of the Suspended Search. What is this? I don't think Blue-Red Mill is a deck. And I don't think Dredge is playing something that weird. What the heck? Probably... Oh, is this Twiddlestorm? Is this Twiddlestorm? Does Twiddlestorm play that card? Twiddlestorm. Because I know they play lots of random draw spells, so I can't count anything out. They do, yeah, I didn't think they did, but... Visions of Beyond. I'm fetching here. I don't know what they're doing, and that makes me want to fetch now. Hollow Fountain. Nope. Yeah, only seen playing Mill recently. What the heck? That's not bad. So I can value Bring to Light if I want. If my opponent has a brain, they already know I'm on Valakut, so I'm just gonna drop it. I'm really confused about what plays Jeskai Ascendancy? Okay. I can buy Jeskai. But I don't see why they'd be doing nothing. And they wouldn't play two basics because Jeskai Ascendancy plays Glittering Wish. They don't want to play two basic islands. They play one, if any. Definitely can't be Ascendancy. Unless it's the Frontier version where it's going off with Sylvan Awakening, but that still doesn't seem right. Two basic islands still seems like too many. They run two basic islands, and would they really want to get them? Two Visions of Beyond. One basic island. This is... Oh. Yeah, I suppose they could be running a... In a sec. For the list he... List he just sent. One basic island, but if you're playing a list similar to this, where you're not really doing much else... So you're not playing Glittering Wish? I suppose that's an option. I was probably wondering why I'm slow playing him. Sorry. I'm just really confused about what the heck his deck is. I think this is just Jeskai control. With Visions of Beyond. This puts them up to 20, so I can't scape shift them next turn. But yeah, you don't play like that versus Jeskai anyways. Well, Jeskai Ascendancy. I mean, when you're right, you're right. And you're good, you're good. That list you'd sent was similar. Right? Yeah, that list was playing Path. They're probably just playing it over top of that. So that's interesting. They're at 18 again, so I mean, I can probably just go for it. They do run a playset of Spell Pierce, but it's up to a playset of Spell Pierce. But that's not going to do much. I might just hold up Cryptic Command and see what happens. And go for an 8 landscape shift. They only have blue. I mean, it's safe. Double Spell Pierce? Remand. Okay, so I might be dead next turn. They get a loot. They got the Fate Stitcher. Good chance I'm dead here. Let's see it. It's not... Yeah. This is the problem with playing against Brews. Okay. I want to see this. Yep, got Fate Stitcher. So they can make their 1 mana and loot through their entire deck. I'm probably dead. Let's turn on auto yields. Am I dead? Opt. Okay, now they have 2 Fate Stitchers. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm solidly in the I'm dead zone, but I mean, you never technically know. I'm just F6ing. Let's see this. Alright, 1 bolt. They're running bolts. They're running bolts and lightning helix. They're running remands. I honestly kind of want to run, like, if I had surgical extraction, whether or not it would be a good idea, I'd be tempted to bring it in just so I can see the deck list. Thought Scour, target self. Yep. I have 6, but they're gonna tap my lands anyways before they kill me. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I was dead no matter what I did there. Went for the scape shift. They had a remand, and Cryptic wouldn't have changed anything. What weird stuff do they have? They're doing stuff in response to Lightning Bolt. Do they have Narset's reversal? Nope, they're remanding it for more triggers. Oh, they're afraid they're gonna fizzle. They were afraid they were gonna fizzle. They drew too much removal. And that gives you the kill. They have lethal in play. Yep, Bolt's Helix. What else? Pyromancer's Ascension. This is really weird. That's some weird brew. I'm surprised they haven't just killed me. I'm tapped out. There we go. Go to combat. And I die. Okay. That was weird. Alright, Dovin's Veto. Force of Negation. They run Visions of Beyond, Jeskai Ascendancy, Fate Stitcher, Pyromancer Ascension. Why are they playing Pyromancer's Ascension? That card got replaced by Area of Flame and everything. I'm bringing in Force of Vigor. I'm considering bringing in Anger of the Gods. Codal is awful. Fairy's clearly fine. Hunting Wilds lets me set up a fast kill. Ojutai's command is going to be awful. And it rearranged everything. Okay. I'm going to cut Hunting Wilds. So as for why I saw it brought in Anger of the Gods, I almost guarantee they're running multiple Monasteric Mentors or Young Pyromancer, so definitely something I'm looking at wanting to do. Maybe having the verdict in is still in is overkill, but could be worse. That's why I left in Lightning Bolt. It also does hit Fate Stitcher while they're comboing off, or at least trying to. If they don't have a Fate Stitcher, they can't combo. Visions of Beyond, they have Spell Snare. This is a really weird version of their deck. Also, what the heck? What round is this? I don't even know. I can't remember if this is my fourth. I think this is my fourth match. Might be my fifth. I cannot remember. I would say I should check my record, but I know I have not been keeping that one up to date. This looks very, very bluntly like a Cryptic Command. I doubt they're going to play Jeskai Ascendancy here. I could play Steve here, but they run Spell Snare, and I want to just keep representing Cryptic. I'm going to play Temple Garden. Temple Garden pass. I might get got for doing that, but because if they have Spell Pierce, they're not going to care. Yep. Okay. Like a Remand would have been excellent there, but it's not like I had one. I'm happy to bluff my way through as much crap as I can. Spell Snare. And they probably have a Spell Pierce too. Yep, and that's how they got the Fate Stitcher in the graveyard. So they're going to return Fate Stitcher and try to combo kill me here. Yep. So I'm going to let... It's got haste. Yep, they start off with the untap. Question is, do I try and go for the bolt here? They have to cast 2 spells, and it doesn't do anything. The fact that it's a 1/2 is obnoxious. I'm going to go for it. I think I just die. Yep, there's a bolt. I've never played against Jeskai Ascendancy before, so this is kind of cool. They're gonna double bolt me. They're gonna double... Whoa! Whoa! Oh, they're gonna hardcast a Fate Stitcher, maybe? Jeskai Ascendancy, okay. Force of Vigor off the top. Force of Vigor right off the top. Oh, they're okay. So they might still kill me here. They've got 2 loots, and so yeah, they've got 4 cards to dig to put one in their graveyard. And nope, they missed. And I missed too. I'm on a lot of lands here.
Call from Adamstown, PA. Call.
Yeah, they're gonna be looting like mad, so that like every turn the chance of me dying ups exponentially. Like they've got 32 cards left in their library, and that's before they get 2 loots. There's an Ascension. Page Stitcher GG. Nope. Yeah, they're really heavy on counter spells. I almost question if they run any of that stuff at all. Like Mentor and Pyromancer. Like, yeah, they're running Paths, Bolts, Spell Remand, Spell Snare, Spell Pierce. They've got all of it. They've got Lightning Helix. Their deck is interesting. Also, if I do top deck Force of Negation and they can't counter it, they already pitched 2 Ascendancy. Yeah, so that's a draw 3 with 2 loots. Luckily, the loot is first, but the chances of a draw 3 enabling them... I doubt this is something that just moved off of Phoenix. I don't think anybody just decides to pick up Ascendancy. I'm pretty sure that's the sort of people who just hate life. They've got 22 cards left in their library. The fact that I'm not dead is astounding. And if this doesn't kill me right here, whatever they're doing, I'm going to be surprised. Like, who said you needed Fate Stitcher to win? Like, the only worry I have for my opponent at this point is, like, if they somehow manage to not be able to kill me, because they've chewed through so much of their deck. But 2 Ascendancies in play means it's not hard. And then Serum Visions resolve, 4 cards in hand. Scry 2. Put 2 cards on bottom, so they still haven't found it. They're really deep in their deck. Yeah, they're not playing any creatures except for Fate Stitcher. They're still going. And hey, if they hit it off this, I'm dead. So, yep, there it is. All right, they only have to cast what, 4 spells? All for 1 mana. They have to cast 4 spells. Hit it on their last mana. I mean, I suppose there is a good opportunity for them to just bolt me out or something. Path would definitely be nice here, because they're only gonna have 1 mana. Well, actually no, they have 2 because Ascendancy triggers twice, so they can tap in between. Yeah, so they have plenty of mana. Mana's no longer a throttle. This is weird. This is just weird. Wait, did I not... Oh, did I just turn off auto yields? What's going on? Build through this turn. There's a second Fate Stitcher. Unless their hand is all lands, which honestly isn't which is pretty much 0% chance. This might, how many, like, they're running, your deck is cantrips, win conditions. Yeah, they couldn't, yeah, they can't beat a Rest in Peace. They can't beat a Rest in Peace. Like, you have to hard cast Stitcher's Supplier. And if you're doing that, it doesn't have haste, which means it dies to a bolt. Their deck cannot beat Graveyard Hate. That is how they are set up. I already F6'd. You have Lethal Friend. I think that was the 4th match. Okay, yeah, so I'm fighting for the glorious 2-3. Sounds fine. And it's spirits. I'm ready. This is going to be a 1-4. 1-4, no prizes. This will be my second 1-4 with Escape Shift. The first one, I punted 2 matches. I punted game 3 of 2 matches. Like, hard punt. Like, level of, let's do a 7-land Escape Shift and get 2 Valakits with 5 mountains. That level of hard punt. Tapped land's good for me, I guess. The question is, do I hold up Remand or go for Sakura Tribe Elder? So here I'm going to be able to cast, I need to be able to cast Supreme Verdict, so, ooh, that's good. Yeah, even if I go for Remand, they can still Moss Wanderer me if they want. This gets green-white, because so Temple Garden. I could have fetched basic, I suppose, but I did not. I suppose bolts are nice versus that. That. Yeah. 3/3 flying at my face. I'll happily have a lightning bolt in hand. Oh man, if they're playing Force of Negation, that's really nasty because if I bolt them on my turn, they can force it. If I do it on their turn, they can screw with it. Upkeep stop. They have an upkeep stop. Yeah, so I definitely could have gone for Supreme Verdict there. This is a snappy remand here. Okay, so I'm going to 6 next turn because they're going to get to recast that. Or I just get to bolt it. I have to bolt it in response to the ETB trigger on Moss Wanderer. Alternatively, I can Bring to Light for Hunting Wilds here and set up Escape Shift kill next turn. I actually think that's better. Okay, so red, green, blue, white. If they don't counter it. And if they sack, I'm okay with that. Nope. I accept. So now this bolt is great. Okay, so then now they get to hold up. And they get an end-step collected company here. That's good. This just grabs a forest, right? Collected company in response. They 1000% have collected company here. Yep. Okay, so they have a good 6. Otherwise I wouldn't be thinking this hard. Phantom? Freak! I yielded through that turn. Oh, heck. Okay, so I can bolt in response to that at least. Blue-red means I actually can't block it. Which is obnoxious. So that's actually knocking me in for 5. So I have to Codal here to hit a land. Let's see if they attack. They might forget what pro-blue means. And I hit the land, so it doesn't matter. They're dead. If they don't have Force of Negation plus blue card, they're dead. They already played their land draw. They're playing Stoneforge Mystic. They're playing Stoneforge Mystic in Spirits. That's weird. They have 6'd. They're dead. 4, 5. Valakut. 3 Stomping Grounds. Nope. 2 Stomping Grounds and a Cinderglade. 3 Steam Vents. Okay. So that was a sad league. Loss versus Ascendancy. I don't think I can beat that. They're a combo deck that's faster than me and runs more counter spells. Like, their best goldfish is going to be turn 4, which is just as fast as ours, except they can do that way more consistently. So that could have gone better. Bolt felt good, definitely against Stoneforge Mystic. Kodal was still mediocre. Ojutai's command didn't get to do anything with it. I should have cited it out more, but I didn't. Looks like Graveyard Hate could still be important here, right? Not 100% on that, just because, like, they did just kill Faithless Looting. But you're still... I'm still playing 2 Rest in Peace just because it's really good against Urza, and then there's still going to be miscellaneous decks that are going to get hit by it. But Rest in Peace is good against Urza, and, like, I don't know what other graveyard shenanigans people are playing nowadays, because, well, we just had a BNR. But Jund is probably going to be making a big comeback, which I still want Rest in Peace against. It's not fantastic or anything, but it does shut off their Goyfs. It shuts off Scavenging Ooze from eating their own creatures. It shuts off Kolaghan's Command, Renin 6. It does a good bit there. It also keeps them from Surgical Extraction, dropping a Surgical on Valakut with Fulminator Mage. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick it with 2 for now. Things I might be looking to change after this. I don't know, I did kind of miss Path. I can see where the two bolts path split is coming from, which I've seen. I might try that at some point. I really don't like Kodals. Those have just not been good. They've not been good. Timely Reinforcements is in my deck. It's always just been kind of awkward. It's seemed kind of awkward in the situations where I want to try and tutor for it, so it's just a one of Timely, which isn't bad. Crumble is still bad. I've played 18 matches so far with Crumble to Dust in my sideboard, and I've not brought it in once. You're bringing it against... Okay, let's look at this. Tron. Titan. Titan Shift. Those 3 decks make up like 5% of the meta, if that. When you're sideboarding a card in 1 in 20 matches, I don't think it's worth a slot in your sideboard. Like, I mean, admittedly, that means I'm due to play against a deck where I want Crumble to Dust soon. But I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth playing Crumble to Dust. And I really got pushed into playing it by a couple different players, especially Sungjin, who said it's one of the untouchables in his sideboard with Shatterstorm. And I've sided in Shatterstorm twice, and Crumble to Dust 0. Huntmaster's okay. We saw what it did there against Death Shadow, which is kind of funny. I did consider not attacking there, but I think that was... I think the attack was a fine choice. If they don't have Temur Battle Rage exactly, I can... they're very dead the next turn. And... yeah. just because I have at least I'll have 5 power in play across 3 bodies with an extra 2/2. Would have been nice if I'd been at 1 more life, because then I could have group blocked the 1 or 2 more life there, because if I could have group blocked the Death Shadow and gotten around that, but didn't happen. Yeah, Lightning Bolt, definitely good. I didn't get to cast Ojutai's command, but there never seemed like there was an opportunity where it would have felt great, or at least not better than Cryptic. I don't know. I don't think there's really anything else I want to pay attention to, but... yeah, those are definitely the big ones. If I'm going to make changes here, cutting Codals would be nice. And get my Anger of the Gods back in, which seems like it's okay in this meta, but I actually don't think that's particularly where I need to be. It can be nice against Burn, can be nice against not much else. So I don't think this is a main deck Anger format anymore. Though we'll see. I can definitely be tempted into a second Verdict. I used to play that. So for cutting 3 Codals, probably a second Verdict, and 3 copies of, and 2 copies of Narset. People say Narset's bad. That has not been my experience. Yes, it misses, and that sucks. But it still has a relevant static ability, especially since more people are probably going to be playing Blue-White Stoneblade nowadays. I already played against it once, and this time I played against 4-color Stoneblade. Like, it makes things a lot more awkward. I wonder if Vendilion Click is worth it right now. Click seems solid. Yeah, I don't... yeah. Click seems good. Huntmasters are, once again, they're okay. I might just want to go up to 3 Baloths again. Oop. I like Baloth. Baloth is a good card. Yeah, for those of you who are just catching the stream, I'm winding down. Let me update the record. We finished the league 2-3. Wasn't great, but we managed. Just talking a bit about the deck. I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm probably just gonna run this list back next time I stream, which might be tomorrow, but I wouldn't count on it. If it's tomorrow, it's gonna be probably at 6 EST. So, thanks for showing up, guys. Have a great day.